Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few.
They have, and like some of the current crop, he's someone who's starred at the top level since his teens, Peter. Also proved himself to be a symbol of longevity and consistency.
Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for options. Bellingham! It's loose now. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Fair attempts, just the wrong outcome.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Nice interception, well timed. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. Rui Costa.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit does well to get it back. Gullit. Cruyff. Vieira. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Can he get onto this?
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Overhit and out of play. Vieira. Brazil are applying all the early pressure.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. It's Rui Costa. And he skips past it. Gets his head on it! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Oh, great feat, that.
He is through here. Abbiati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Gullit. Rui Costa. Bellingham. Gullit. Brazil are looking to break at pace. Oh, played right into his path. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that is as far as they're going to go. Elects to cross. Rui Costa. Messi. Messi running with the ball, engages and forces him off the ball. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Madrid couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Great vision. And this is Ronaldo. Tries to... Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way.
Brazil really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Baresi is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Oh, there's a probing ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Gently done. pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And this is Messi. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Cruyff. And he's on a charge. He's picked his way through. And this is Ronaldo. Chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Brazil have their second corner now. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Madrid are looking to go forward now. And it's Messi. And Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Chance! He's scored!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Ibrahimovic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of... And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Cruyff. Nice bit of trickery. Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. Van Dijk. Proves too strong, too smart. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. He's shot a goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Brazil have their third corner. And the keeper beats it away. Cruyff with the cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Picked out brilliantly. Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Brazil get their fourth corner.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 6, camisa 9, camisa 21, camisa 7, camisa 10. Deixando o campo para a entrada.
And the finish! It's in! And that takes him up to 30. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Brazil grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Toure did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to...
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
No, that's been intercepted. And they've got rid.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira puts his foot on the gas. Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played, well played. He can get that clear. Yaya Toure. Now it's Szoboszlai. Cruyff receives it in a wide position.
Teremos uma substituição.
Ferdinand. Ibrahimovic might just make this. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Rooney. And the shot! And it's in! Into the lead once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Gullit.
That's good play from him.
Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually...
And this is Ronaldinho. Real chance! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Rooney. Rooney is the guilty party there. Szoboszlai.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Hazard is in a really good position out wide. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Ball comes in. Out of play for a goal kick. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Madrid are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, when you've got a striker like Romario in your team, you're always going to be in with a chance.
Oh, shooting chance! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So, a breakthrough already. That's good running with the ball. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rui Costa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Gullit. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Messi has it in a wide position. Oh, what a ball! Romario was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi, great defending, strong and determined. Vieira. That is lovely. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. Vieira.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Pinches it off him. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's through and all, and Cruyff sticks it away. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Brazil grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he welcomes it in. And this is Gullit. Here's Gullit! Ruud Gullit! Oh, it's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that was his 20th goal for this team. Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Rui Costa. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Neymar, nicely weighted ball. Oh, this is a great chance! Bellingham. Now it's Cruyff. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Rui Costa. That's a sharp pass. And this is Cruyff. Now it's Gullit. Messi. Now it's Romario. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vieira. Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Gullit. Bellingham. Oh, some tackle that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And here's Romario. Cruyff. Ferdinand makes the interception. And here's Romario. And here's Neymar. Bellingham. Has a look and place it forward. Now, can they get him away? That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Cruyff. And this is Gullit. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Saliba. Ronaldo is onto it in a flash. And here's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Maldini, and he's worked it through. It's a promising position. And the first half is done. Brazil come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Brazil head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. Here we go again then. And it's Ibrahimovic. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gullit. Can he get it through? Pass is just off target. Maldini. Rui Costa. Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cruyff. Foot in. And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. No, that's been intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Maldini. Rui Costa. Messi. Rui Costa. Messi. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Aimed beyond the defence. Vieira. And it's Romario. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Romario has found the net here, of course. Romario.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible Cristiano Ronaldo. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that has fair fizzed. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldo gets into some space. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Oh, super find. Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? And he hits the net. They've done it again. It is incredible.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 18. Numero 13.
So, time for changes
Numero
on
24.
both sides, actually.
Neymar.
This is quite a battle.
Messi.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Il numero 7.
Well, he's certainly
Il
caught
numero
him there. It's a
15.
free kick.
Kaká. Cambio
Yeah.
di giocatori.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Cross to the back post. Climbs up big! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Inter Milan take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And the shot! He has done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had...
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Signore e signori, facciamo gli auguri a un membro del nostro fan club che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio.